This Angela Yee interview has ruined this rapper's career and will have a lasting negative impact for a while. The rapper in question is Mexican OT. For the most part, Mexican OT has managed to have a thriving rap career with zero controversy before the Angela Yee interview. He's been on Joe Rogan, he's been on Andrew Schultz, Bootleg Kev, he's been on every hip hop platform, and he's one of the very few rappers that before that interview, you couldn't really put up anybody who wasn't a fan of Mexican OT or anybody who disliked them. But literally all of that changed overnight and became a thing of the past when Mexican OT was on Angela Yee's podcast and they asked him if he says the N-word. He then proceeded to give the single worst answer for anyone who's ever been asked if they say the N-word.
The cancel culture is really strong. I have a question. So you know, like you're from the South. Obviously, you grew up a different kind of way. And you're a rapper too. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
When he began to ask for some black dudes, I'm thinking he's about to ask the black dudes for validation. Like, yo, y'all got Spanish homies who say the N-word, right? I was not expecting the turn this was about to take.
There are. Will is right there.
And there's one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're going to use him.
Okay, that's my manager. Hey, Will.
Because me and Fee know what's up.
Will, you're black? I'm saying.
What the you going to do about it, you know?
Asking them to identify where the black men are in the room so you could say, well, what are they going to do about it? Bro, that energy is crazy. That's like a crazy energy. Regardless of where you lay on the spectrum of if you think he should say the N-word or not, you got to admit that's a crazy energy to have. Now, I'm not one of them ones who gets super upset if somebody says the N-word. Yo, my energy is too high and too positive that I'm not letting nothing get to me, bro. If a racist calls me the hard ER, it's not gonna make me upset. Like I'm not being affected by anybody's actions, bro. Not happening. But the one thing we can admit, though, regardless of where you're at on the spectrum of if you believe he can say it or not, him having that energy is just bad and it's going to come back to haunt him. Now, what he proceeded to say after this, to me, should be the right thing he should have said. He should have started off with this. But when you start off with that energy, that's going to now instigate and antagonize other people, specifically black men who you called out. That's going to antagonize them now to come and see you about it.
And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. Mm-hmm. And that's why I try to shut the about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from or anywhere, what the you gonna do about it? You know?
I personally like Mexican OT. We have mutual friends. I think he's cool. But this is not the right way to go about things, bro. 90% of that statement is cool. That 10% ruins the 90%. What are they gonna do about it? You speaking as if you are an authority, as if you have a birthright to say the word. As if somebody telling you, hey, bro, you can't say it, is them taking away something from you. And that's not the case. Now, apparently he's confident in saying this word or in the stance he has because he believes he can't be canceled at all.
I'm going to tell you why, though. I think it's a lot of access, way more than it used to be. Mm-hmm. And then I think that people don't have the space to make mistakes. Yeah. Because everything just goes viral and everybody's scared of getting canceled. So people be a lot more cautious. Are you scared of ever getting canceled? Like, do you feel like?
No, I'm not. I don't think I can get canceled.
Okay.
But I can't get canceled because I didn't sell my music. I sold me.
Right.
And
it's what come with it.
And these people know who the fuck I am and they love me and they appreciate me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I can go fucking off a bridge and eat a bowl of shit. They gonna fucking love it.
Okay.
Please don't. Right. Yo, he's mad funny. What the hell?
No, but listen
if you had a choice between jumping off a bridge or eating a bowl of shit,
listen to me. I did both and they would have cheered that shit on. And it's because I sold myself. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't think I can get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't agree with what the fuck I'm saying, like there's.
I have a question. I'm gonna let you finish though.
There's a whole world that is behind me, and not only is there a whole world behind me, it's so fearlessly me that you have no choice but to respect it.
He's correct in the sense of you can't break what you didn't make. You can't cancel someone if you're not their demographic. If I'm a rap star, a country fan can't cancel me. They're not listening to me anyways. But this is where Mexican OT has to be careful because I feel like he's incorrect with his case. He's a rapper. He's within hip hop. Hip hop, for the most part, is black culture. You have black people who enjoy Mexican OT's music. So if you're in his situation, pissing off black folks and saying, I'm not concerned. All right, they're not my demographic. That's not really going to bode well because the worst thing a rapper can ever be labeled, especially if you're not black, is like a toxic culture vulture, right? Is when they label you in like the same breath as like Slim Jesus or as like Post Malone. You don't want to be listed or named in that category because it never bodes well, right? Like it never ends well. You don't go from being super liked to now everything you do is being critiqued. Now everything you say is being put under a microscope. Now people is just going out of their way to call you a culture vulture and to hate on you. Which is why I believe this interview here was a mistake, or exactly what he said was a mistake. Now, rappers have tried to come to his defense, like Sauce Walka, but when Sauce Walka tried to come to his defense, bro, Sauce Walka just made things 100% worse.
Ooh, hey man, I be trying my best to stay out of subjects like this and rant like I used to, but this one really be bothering me. Mexicans, Hispanic people, and the word, and people using the word, they're of Latin descent, specifically. Mother said, I sound dumb as hell for saying, to say that a Mexican or Hispanic person can't say, use the word in fellowship is like saying Mexicans telling us we can't eat a taco. We can't eat tacos. The comment said, how can you compare a derogatory racial word to a food? How do you racially disrespect a white person? What do you call them? What is a food, dumbass? What do people call Mexicans when they be disrespecting them? Tacos, burritos, wet food, disrespectful, bitch. Racism is racism no matter how you put it, man. And if we're gonna talk about it,
watch how they, and when I say they, y'all know who I'm talking about. Watch how they have an incapability of defending their Mexican homies or their Spanish homie right to say the N-word without tearing down black folks. Sauce Walka, I guess the immediate go-to is to talk about how trash black folks are or how trash, like we are or how we ain't ish. That's the go-to, I guess, when defending somebody who wants to say the N-word. Why not, just give your brilliant points? Like, saying the N-word is like eating tacos. Mexicans are called tacos, so when you eat tacos, you're disrespecting them. But they allow you to eat the tacos, so you should allow them to eat the N-word.
The most disrespectful racist mother on earth. We hate ourselves more than we hate anybody. Rob, steal from, don't support, don't help others. See 10 in the middle of the street, mother getting ate by a mother grizzly bear and keep running. A white person to jump out and try to fight a Mexican to try to stab them. Don't put out their phone and record you die and suffer for views. But you have the audacity to say that Hispanic people shouldn't say the word. Second of all, the word has already been converted into a word of love, a word of companionship, a word of brotherhood, fellowship. It's not been a derogatory racist word in so long. Yes, coming out of a certain white person's mouth in a certain way, yes, man, I feel more disrespected than for a white person calling you a boy. So at the end of the, some real shit, y'all be doing that shit for the internet, and I hate this shit, bro, because y'all don't really give a about. That's the part that irks my soul the most. And then, how do you disrespect the Asian person? What they call them? Fried rice, egg, same shit. Don't ever say that comparing it to food is not the same. Yes, it is, you dumbass. You the dumbass, idiot. I love Hispanic, anime, Japanese, Chinese. I love all people. People need to love people. Yes, we have been done wrong, but a lot of people have been done wrong as well. Yes, we have not got our reparations and our blessings back for what we have been through in this world. But when you talk about Hispanic people, I feel the same type of way, because why? Hispanic people built America just like we built America. America was built on the blood of Hispanics just like it was built on the blood of the black man and the Indian man. So at the end of the day, all that shit is bullshit. And it's y'all for that dumbass systematical racism that make us hate each other. I understand that dumbass shit going to California, how they feel and all that, and that's dumb in a bitch too. Because right now, everybody should be supporting Hispanics that have came over to America and helped build this country and ain't did nothing wrong to you. And if you can, bitch, I don't know, y'all niggas hoes though. But shout out to the Rasa and every Mexican that don't like you too. Every person that don't like me, you too. But at the end of the day, all you fake Carnell X and fake ass Farrakhan police in the word against people of color, that's dumb than a bitch.
Man, Sauce Walker trying to sell some records, man. He trying to sell some records, man. Bro, understand, bro, you can't have a career in Texas if you go against Hispanic people, bro. It ain't happening. And if you are a rapper who don't want Hispanic people who say the N-word to come to your show is gonna be empty in Texas. I mean, that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Now, I'm not saying like he's wrong for the thoughts that, he believes that people of color can say the N-word. I guess if that's your philosophy, you have a right to have it. But what you don't have a right to do is tearing down black folks to defend a Hispanic man's right to say the N-word. That's just absurd to me, right? Like, to me, like that's lunacy. That's crazy. That's insane. Why? To sell some records, I guess. Now, Sauce Walker actually made things worse for Mexican OT, because all this did was highlighted, create more of a media storm, and people just had a more vitriol reaction to Mexican OT once they realized that there were black folks defending him for saying the N-word. Here are a couple of tweets. If you're visually impaired, you could skip. Hispanics saying the N-word doesn't affect me none. I couldn't care less about anything else. All right. But do I believe as a Hispanic person, you should be challenging black people for your right to say it? I don't, right? I feel like because you're not black, it should be the approach of, for those who don't mind me saying it, hey man, when I'm in your presence, I'ma say it and we can rock how we rock. For those who have a strong problem, who it affects, who me saying the word gives you trauma, I'm gonna respect your trauma not to say it when I'm around you. All right. I feel like that's the respectful thing, and that's the respectful way to answer. The other stuff to me is a little too much. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think of Sauce Walker's defense of Mexican OT? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, to find out about Lord Jabar's response to Vlad TV's drama and why his response to this Vlad TV drama was absolutely horrible. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.